In this video, I'm going to show you how to tap into your own head and your belief system and show you exactly why you're still where you are, which is not where you want to be, and how to get out of where you are to become the best version of yourself. And all of that is already there. You just need to tap into it. And that's what we're going to be tapping into in this video. You most likely grew up somewhere in the world. We all have to grow up somewhere. You have a different family structure. You have different beliefs given to you that were indoctrinated onto you as you were growing up. Different cultures, different countries. So we all have that. In all of that, we were told certain things about, for instance, money. You probably heard many times money doesn't grow on trees. You probably heard many times somebody in your family saying that is too expensive. We should not do X, Y, and Z. We can't afford that. This is just not possible. You can't live a life of abundance because it's just for the rich people, people who were chosen somehow. And we believe it. And so we spend our whole lives living that life that is constrained by what we were told to be true. But what if I told you that most things that we were told were actually not true? I know that some of you may be so shattered by this news, but that is the truth. Many things that your culture, your parents, your mom and dad, your uncles, your friends told you, they're actually not true. Not their fault, but that's something that they were also given when they were kids from their parents and so forth. And so the challenge now is to decipher what is wrong and what was correct. But especially when it comes to wealth, most things that we know of about wealth, money, influence are completely wrong. And our job now is to get rid of all of that, is to rewire our brains or to get rid of those bad beliefs that we were indoctrinated with. Now I have a question for you. What is the difference between a very successful person versus a not so successful person? What are the traits of each one of these people? What do they do? How do they perceive the world? What is their work ethic? What is their belief system? All of these are questions that go back to how you grew up, how you view the world, and that plays a tremendous influence in who you are and what you can accomplish in the world. And the other question is, how do you suppose the uber successful people, how do you suppose they got there? How do you think they think? What do you suppose they teach their children? What do you suppose they talk about? Who do they engage with the most? What do they read? What do they do? Think about it. What do they do? How do they think? And so certainly not the way most of us think, because most likely they wouldn't be where they are if they thought with those limiting beliefs that most of us unfortunately grew up with. And the big question is, why aren't you successful? Why is it that you are where you are, which I'm assuming in some ways you're not happy about? Let's say your money situation. Why is it that you don't make as much money as you want to make? You believe that you deserve that much money. Why aren't you happy? Why aren't you in the best relationship of your life? Why aren't you living the best life? Now, we can always have these excuses to say, well, it's because something like this happened to my family. And it's true. Things happen in the world all the time. I'm not negating that. But at the end of the day, you have to be responsible for certain things. But what is it? What is it that makes you from here to here? What is it? Is it luck? Sure, it can play a part as well. But there's something even more than that. There's one thing that is common to all of us. All of us. Doesn't matter if you live in Asia, Africa, in the Americas, Europe. We all have this one thing. And this one thing is yours. It's only yours. Nobody can take it away. It doesn't matter if the president decides to take over a city or a country. You have this thing. Nobody can take it away from you. And we all have that. And the great thing about it is that this thing, it is the only thing that will determine whether you're successful or not successful. And this thing will determine whether you live the life that you wanted to live, have everything you really want to have, and live the life that you never wanted to live and have nothing. And it's not just about money, but it's about life in general. Success is not just about money. And that's all determined by this one thing. And this one thing, my friend, is called the mindset. Now, what is mindset? Mindset is everything that governs you. It's the way you show up in the world. It's your mentality. When you look at somebody who has money, influence, and everything, how do you perceive them? Do you see them as evil because they took from somebody? How do you see it? How do you perceive the world? What is your attitude about yourself and other people? That is part of mindset, is the guide. That is indeed the captain of your ship. And if you don't tap into that, my friend, you are going to be watching YouTube videos such as this for the rest of your life, because you're not going to be able to change into whatever it is that you want to do. Because I'm making this YouTube video because I want to share with you something. And so if I share something with you and you don't take it because your mindset is not that of a growth mindset, which we'll talk about in a second, then this is just entertainment, which it's okay. I like. You can be entertained as well. There are two kinds of mindset. There is the fixed mindset and there is the growth mindset. Obviously, the fixed mindset is that of, well, I can't change. There's nothing else to do. I was born with X, Y, and Z, and that's it. The growth mindset is greener, because the idea now is that, well, I can change. I can reinvent myself. I can be better. I can learn. I can do X, Y, and Z. I can do this. That is the difference. If you have the fixed mindset, you will never be successful. You will never be successful. I repeat, you will never be successful. If you have a growth mindset, you will be successful. I'm not saying just about money, but you will be successful in many facets of your life. So how do you cultivate this growth mindset? There are many techniques, one of which is to become a learner. Invest in yourself. Learn, read books, listen to this awesome video of this guy talking here, and believe that you can learn and learn, have a plan. That is the growth mindset, that whatever you want to be, to do, to have, you can have those things, but you have to work on your mindset first. It is the hardest thing in your entire life, because that says that you have to think differently than what you were taught to think like, about money, about influence, success, and everything. You have to rewire your thinking. And my friends, this is the hardest thing that you will ever do, but it's the most rewarding thing. It is the hardest thing, and that's why nobody's willing to do it, including you. Because I know you're not going to do it because it's hard. But some of you might do it. And when you do it, you follow the process, you do the work, you are going to change in ways that you can't even imagine. That's what I do. I have developed the growth mindset. And that's why I know I can accomplish everything I want to accomplish. And there's this confidence because I have a growth mindset. Doesn't mean I have the answers. That's not true. I don't have the answers to everything, but I know I can go and figure that out. Because whatever I was born with, whatever mentality that I was given, indoctrinated in, I know that I can surpass that because I have the growth mindset. You need to have the growth mindset in order for you to grow as a person and be successful. That is the secret. That is what you need to do. Now, what are the strategies? Well, I told you the strategies. If you want more strategies, I'm actually putting together a course where we talk about mindset, we talk about entrepreneurship, all these things that you need to actually be successful and build your online presence and build your online assets that will generate income. And it's something that I've been thinking about for a long time, and I'm in the process of putting together. And so if you are interested in all of what we're talking about here and more, make sure to go to the descriptions. You will see a link where you can go and register to the mailing list so that as soon as they have the course done, then you'll be the first to be notified. Okay, if you like this video and this was useful, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so much. I'll see you next time.